Alright, David Harry here, and this is like my first proper test of the Panasonic XV870. Basically outdoors vlogging type of thing with it. Now, I have actually used it outdoors very quickly before, but I've not really done anything serious with this. This is my first proper serious test. Now, I have got OIS switched on while I'm going to be like standing here and walking. I have to say right now, I've already had a quick look at some very rough tests with it. The OIS probably isn't really up to much, although you can gauge this for yourself. Also as well, I have got the camera in fully auto. I think it's like an intelligent auto, two types of auto. One says IA, so I'm assuming that's intelligent auto. Also as well, I'm using my Rode Wireless Go with the Lavalier Go. So there's the lav there, and obviously the wireless is all plugged in and stuff. That's because when I get into the top of the park, I hope to do a thing where I put the camera on a tripod, and let's see what it's going to be like for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go walking, and let's just see what it's like for walking with. Okay, so I'm walking now, and I'm not kind of paying any attention to how I'm walking, so I'm not trying to walk like a ninja or something to assist the stabilizer. However, I have to say immediately, and not that this is an unfair thing to say really, but it is not a GoPro Hero 8 or 9 as far as the stabilizer is concerned, but to be truthful, nothing else is. I think the Hero 8 and the Hero 9 are definitely the best examples of stabilization for a vlogging camera. They're awesome. They do have certain issues and stuff, however their stabilization definitely isn't one of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just head off a bit more into the park here, and I'll do a little bit more testing. Okay, so this is a very quick test for exposure. Now don't forget, this is all fully automatic, and where I am right now, I am in complete shade. So whatever's going on here as far as the gain is concerned is what the camera feels is the most appropriate to expose for me. Now, looking at the screen, I can see a box being drawn around my face. So hopefully it is taking exposure and focus from this area here. Anyways, let's get further into the park. All right, so what I've done here is to put the camera on top of a tripod. So this is just some little cheap tripod that I have. It's like less than 20 quid. One of those type of tripods where if you were to break it or lose it, you wouldn't start screaming the house down because of it. However, because it is so cheap, unfortunately, it doesn't have a spirit level on or anything. So it's highly likely that this shot is a bit wonky. Now, right now, I'm literally just before the front element there. That's a full arm's length away. So the front element I'm nearly touching on the lens system. However, I think it's a little bit too close. I'm a bit chopped off on the top there. So what I will do is just take a little step back. Now, that I think is a decent framing for such a position and stuff for, like, you know, this type of shot. Also as well, I've got the sun going in and out of cloud as well. So we're probably going to see the effects of that. We might see shadows or we might see sunlight on the ground. I'm not entirely sure. But like I say, it's going in and out of the clouds, and it's also, it's like just past 7 o'clock here in the UK at the moment, which means that the sun is on its way down. So it's kind of back end of the day type of thing, or that type of light is what we're looking at. Now what I'm going to do is just step off a little bit more. Now don't forget, I'm using the Rode Wireless Go and the Lavalier Go as well with it. Now this isn't necessarily a test of the lav and the wireless, but we might as well give it a little bit of a kind of workout whilst I'm doing this, because, you know, whether it's a VX870 or any other camera, this is the type of thing that a lot of people probably will do, whether it's for vloggy stuff, filming themselves, or they might just be filming somebody else talking and what have you. So let's get a bit of an idea of where I can go with this. Now, as we all know, the Wireless Go doesn't have a tremendously good wireless range, so I'm not going to go crazy distances, but this type of distance here, I'd be really happy, you know, with this type of little area here to work within. So let me just turn around a bit. So I've turned around from the camera right now, and hopefully I haven't dropped off there, because if I've dropped off there, I'd be very unhappy. But like I say, this area in front of the camera, this little area here, I think this is probably a nice little area to have someone kind of like play in whilst they're doing whatever they're doing as far as a talk is concerned, whether that be vlogging or whether you're kind of like, you know, filming somebody else saying and doing stuff. Okay, so hopefully I'm back in that central position. What it is, the sunlight is right in my eyes now and I can't even see the actual screen on the camcorder. All right, so what I'm going to do here, let me just see if I can find a little spot to sit down and just do a little chill out to kind of finish the video. Actually, before I go and sit on a park bench somewhere, one quick test here. I've now flipped over to the internal microphone system. I don't particularly like it, but the truth be known, and if anybody watches any of my stuff, you know I don't really like that many internal mic systems anyway, so this really is no worse than most. Now, as far as the level is concerned, I set the level manually quite low for the wireless system, so it didn't clip or it didn't need to use the limiter internally and stuff like that. So I've just left that level as it is now, and I've gained it up in post to get myself a nice healthy output. So right now we are hearing the signal exactly as it has gone in as well. Now this is my re-leveled signal. Now that signal, the way it was when it went in, that might be quite low, but that will be my fault, not the cameras, because I've not set this level specifically for the internal microphones. I've set them for the wireless system. Also as well, right now I will say yes or no on the screen if I have actually just put this to one channel of the audio. So right now, yes or no, did I use one channel of the audio? Now the reason why I'm making the point of that is because quite often these things will record stereo minimum. Some of them record like a weird 5.1 thing, but for stereo recordings I don't like using that for dialogue. I tend to just, if it is a stereo recording, pick one side and center it in post. Now I shall get off and go and find a bench to sit down on. Okay, so I'm just sitting off here on the park bench for a couple of minutes and I'll wind down this video. Now right now the sun happens to have come out the clouds and it's right in my face, so this is going to give us a really good idea as to how this fully automatic system on the VX870 is handling this condition right here. I mean, I'm looking at the screen, can't really see it properly because of the sunlight, but this is quite a difficult scenario right now because it will want to try and expose for me, and I'm not entirely sure what the background is going to try and do and stuff like that, or whether I'm going to be flaring and things like that. However, it is what it is, and I have to test these things when I do this stuff. So what we're seeing right now is exactly what's going on. I've not sweetened it in post or done anything to it. Anyways, yeah, so basically let us know in the comments what you think of this. Now, what it is, I've actually done, like I said earlier, some really quick testing on it, but like, I mean, like very quick, so not like too serious where it kind of set levels for things properly, or whether I didn't even lock it off on the tripod when the last time I tried taking it outdoors. To be honest, the last time I tried taking it outdoors, it started raining, which was the reason why I had to be quick and like just get off, and I didn't really do any meaningful stuff with it. However, I think today I will have gotten some like things out of it. So what I'm looking for here is the scenarios that I can use it in. Is it passable handheld? Let me know in the comments if you think it is. However, I will get by without it being a handheld camera. I don't mind that. What's it like when it's locked off though? Because that is, I think, the scenarios that I would like to use this camera in. Because the other thing as well, this camera is really small for what it is. It's also very lightweight as well. It fits in my little sling bag that I take out with me. So I can take a sling bag out, two like mic systems, like two wireless mics and a small tripod like this, and I can even fit a small table tripod in my sling bag, and I can actually go out and do like, you know, locked off vloggy stuff with two people talking and stuff like that. So it's definitely got some good uses, and I will be trying out more stuff with it. And the last thing to say as well, yeah, if anybody has got any ideas of stuff that they would like to see me try out with this system, with this camera, let me know in the comments, and if I can get around to doing it, I'll definitely have a crack at it. Only problem is, it's like, where are we now, middle of May at the moment. I've got about 20 videos to catch up on, and then my iPad Pros are due in as well, so I don't know how quickly I can get around to doing any more stuff with this camcorder. However, if there's any good suggestions come up for things to try with it, I definitely will try my best to get around doing it. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you've thought of it. This has just been a proper right off the cuff test, and hopefully I've got something good out of it. I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.